Ask It here with short sale in Los Angeles and strategicdefaulthelp.us. I want to talk to you really quickly about a couple I had met. They gave me a call off one of my flyers, and they were thinking about making a move. And this is a true story. Husband and wife both looking to retire in 3 years, and they were starting to think about how are they going to buy another house down the road. And their goal here is, to move out of the state of California just due to the cost of living here. It is pretty expensive. And retirement, they wouldn't be able to have much of a retirement with staying in the property that they currently have. So a little bit about their property. They have a first loan balance of $395. They had a second that they did pay off previously, and the current value of this property was $365,000. House was clean. It was in move-in condition. A little bit dated. The kitchen hadn't been updated. A lot of the little updates that many of the houses around it had, this one did not. It was pretty plain, pretty vanilla. Okay. Come to find out, in us talking at the appointment, they had filed for bankruptcy previously, and they did that in the attempts of qualifying for a loan modification, which they did. And then on the second, they were able to negotiate a settlement with the second lender, which they no longer have anymore. I don't know what they settled it for, but it was for about $100,000. They did settle that. So after talking to them about their situation, wanting to retire, what they had already gone through to try and save the house, for me, to be honest with them, the reality was I could not sell their property any other way other than to do a short sale. And I could do a short sale today, start the process, and have it done in about 6 or 8 months, or we can plan. And what I mean by plan is strategic default. See, you have an option to either do it, when you start thinking about this of being upside down and what are your options, you can, one, try to get out of the property as quickly as possible, okay? Or two, you can have a game plan, which is strategic default, and you can save your money every month. And over the course of time, you can accumulate quite a bit of money if you are diligent in putting that money away and paying yourself. So their current mortgage is $2,100 a month. If they were to pay themselves instead of their lender and live on a budget, after 7 months, they would have $14,700. After 14 months, they would have $29,000. Okay. In order for them to put away this much money, if they were to sell the house, I'd have to sell it for around $450,000. Well, as you saw on the previous slides, the property was only worth $365,000 in its current condition. Okay, so going up to the top here, currently in California, it takes 500 days on average for a 61 plus past due to auction. So what that means is after your 61 days past due on your mortgage, until they auction the house off, on average it's 500 days. That's a little bit over a year if you don't do anything. So looking at, let me exit out of this and go to just this calendar here. Okay, so here we are in March. Today is March 12th. If they were to go to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, they can make it into October, I would say, if they didn't do anything, pretty comfortably. If the notice of default was to be issued here in October, in California you have 90 days. So after the notice of default was issued, let's say it was in October, maybe after a month, I would start the short sale process. I've been successful at starting short sales up until 12 days to your auction date. So if you have a trustee sale issued today, okay, if you're currently in the position where you have a trustee sale, I can help you as long as I have at least 10 days prior to that sale date. okay, to get something into the bank. If you decide to do a short sale at the end of this, strategic default, okay, it's going to take your bank at least another 6 to 8 months to process the short sale. So, say we get into it 14 months and then do the short sale, you can be looking at hopefully another 20 months or so. Total time in the property, rent-free, 15 to 20 months. Okay, so why am I sharing this with you? It's pretty simple because most of the people don't have a clue of what their options are. Most people think that loan modification's it. If they don't get it, after 2 years of battling with the bank, they just throw up their hands and walk away. And I'm showing you a way that you don't have to walk away. The bank will still probably pay you some money even to do the short sale. For example, Chase, one of the top paying lenders right now to do short sales, are paying some of their Chase clients up to $35,000 to do a short sale. B of A, I know, is rolling out one on the East Coast where they're around $20,000. Most I've seen here is right around $5,000. The other one is Wachovia. They are offering $5,000. They do a little bit quicker short sale process, so you got to kind of weigh that one out. Is it worth it to get the $5,000, or would it be worth it to ride the thing out for another 5 or 6 months and just do a hop short sale and get $3,000? Now you got to look at it. If I'm going to live here for free and I have to go rent, which one's going to be more beneficial to me, the cash in hand or living here for free? That's completely up to you. But if you do this right, it is completely legal. If you do this right, you could walk away with close to $30,000 in the bank. And then guess what? Most people wonder, well, after I do a short sale, after I didn't make all these payments, my credit's going to be screwed up. Well, yeah, it probably is going to be. But who gives a shit when you got $30,000 in the bank? And you can go tell the place that you're going to be moving into, hey, I got some extra money I can give you to show you how good of a tenant I'm going to be. And oh, by the way, here's some photos of the house I lived in. Some things came up and I had to make a business decision. And I'm going to take care of your place just as good as I took care of my place. And oh, by the way, here's some photos for you to take a look at to see how great of a person I'm going to be for you. When you got money in the bank, you can pick and choose where you want to go. Or there's a whole other option out there where you can sit there and fight the bank and go, oh, I'm going to get a loan modification. Oh, thanks for the trial payment. Oh, here's your money, and try to do everything that way, and then come to find out, well, you just didn't qualify. And then when that date comes, you got maybe $3,000 in the bank, and you're frustrated, and you're angry, and I'm with you. I'm angry too. I'm angry to see how much they lie to people, and that's why I'm sharing this information with you. It's a simple fact that I've helped so many people avoid foreclosure. I think a lot of people out there need to have this information of what's available. And strategic default is by far one of the best tools out there to avoid foreclosure. So I'd like to talk to you a little bit about your situation, kind of help you navigate through this. Is strategic default a good option for you? Is a loan modification a better option? Maybe if your loan's a little bit closer to fair market value, maybe a better alternative. But if you're $100,000, $200,000 upside down and there's no equity in this thing, we really need to talk about getting you out and what's the best way to do that. So I'd like to talk to you about it. You can reach me at strategicdefaulthelp.us. You can reach me at shortsaleinlosangeles.com. It's another site that I have. Or you can just give me a call, 310-261-8511. Thank you, and have a great day.